The question that we've been asked is, when I docket, I can assign a particular docket to an L4, L3, or an A1. You can do that. Now, who is A1, L4, L3 actually comes under rate. So if you go under rate, you can say now an L4 is actually Janet Gray, and L3 is Stacey, or you can say Abdir Singh, okay, is my assistant. You could do that. Now, when you generate a legal aid invoice, we clearly show you, who the docket is for. This feature is to bring that exact same thing for invoices. To do that, you can go under settings. If you go under matter, we have two new settings. One is called show dockets, that will tell you, who did it. And you can also add a designation, like whether they are a lawyer, a legal assistant. So I'm going to show you two flavors of it. So first, let me show you a preview with both on. So let me go ahead and do document generation pre-build and do a preview. You will see now, when I open the preview, it tells you that bankruptcy search was done by Janet Gray, title insurance was done by Stacey, and this was done by Abdir Singh. And it also tells you that it was a legal assistant, a lawyer. It tells you all the information required. Now, what you could also do is under settings, just get one of them. So you can mark this one as 0, as no. And now you will see that when I go back to the matter and generate that exact same preview, you will see now it'll only give the name, it will not give the designation. So you can control both their name and their designation by actually using those two things. So right now it says just done by Janet, Stacey, and Abdir. It also gives it a different font and a little bit of a grayer color. And when you actually finalize the invoice, it will look much more cleaner without the preview button. So let me actually finalize an invoice with both settings and show you how it actually looks like. And you will see now it's a lot more nicer. So I'm going to skip the preview and actually generate the invoice. And you will now see that when I generate the invoice, it will actually show who did the docket and what is the designation of the person who actually did the docket. So in this case, bankruptcy search was done by Janet Gray, title insurance was paid by Stacey G, and initial client meeting was actually done by your assistant Abdir Singh. Right? It kind of tells you who did what. Okay. Finally, just to summarize, under settings, you would basically say, yes to this and yes to that. I also want to say that it's very important that under the coworker, when you actually mark the person, let's say Abdir or Janet or Stacey, in their profession, you want to say what they are. You can say paralegal. You can say that, right? Or you can say he's a lawyer, like Sandra Bullock is a lawyer, Abdir Singh is a lawyer, or a legal assistant. You can say that. I'm going to make Sandra Bullock legal. She's a lawyer, and let me make her a legal assistant, right? And I can actually now go and put a docket against her, and it'll actually work. So let me go back to the matter. So I'm going to make she's a legal assistant A5, Sandra Bullock. And if I now put a docket, you will see now it will now come as a legal assistant. I'm going to go to here, add a new docket. I can say telephone conversation for point 2, and that was done by, it's Sandra Bullock is A5. I can put the save. Now when I do a preview, you'll see that it'll also assign it to Sandra Bullock, but also it'll give her a designation as part of the invoice. You see here, done by Sandra Bullock, legal assistant, the conversation, everything is here. Okay. So final summary, under settings, under matter, don't forget to mark these two as yes. Under your coworker, right, don't forget to give their profession. Under edit, give their profession, legal assistant, whatever they are, don't forget to give their profession, lawyer, and obviously after that, the next step is actually marking them in rates, as assigning them as an L1 or an L2, and then assigning the docket to them.